everyone, and welcome back to All the Mods 5 with me, Tryonus. How's everyone doing today? Hope you're all doing well. So, the last episode, if you want to call it an episode, I asked people to vote whether or not I should restart or not. And the outstanding decision of everyone was no. Do not restart. I think you're all in the same sort of mind as me. I don't really need to because of having mechanism in here and whatnot. So, yeah. So I went off exploring. And apart from a little bit of a chunk biome error thing, which I think turned out rather nicely if you can see behind me, it is kind of decent to look at. So yeah, I kind of went exploring a little bit from my main base, which is all the way up here. So I just kind of came down here, and I was going to do some mining around here, but then I noticed that we'd got this pillager tower here and a witch thing here, and yes, we've got this strange looking forest which I have not been into, so I'm looking forward to seeing what we've got over here with these different color trees and things. I don't know what that biome is. So yeah, like I say, I kind of decided to come down here a bit more, and then I found this guy over here, this jungle temple in a lush swamp. So that's what that's known as, and as you can see, the temple provided some bamboo, which is kind of cool. Have to be careful of the lava. So I decided to actually turn this into a mining outpost or mining temple, if you can see my little marker down there. And I thought this was a kind of a good idea, so I just basically did some basic things, made some chests, and I've been doing a little bit of mining, as you can see. So we've got some of the inferior essence, some dimensional shards, some ruins and arcane crystals and things like that. And we've also got some beatics ore, some silver, lead, bismuth, platinum, uranium. Some of the normal stuff, some zinc, nickel, and I don't know why andesite's in there. Andesite should be in there. I have tried to keep things as organized as I possibly can. But yeah, I just kind of altered this to be a perfect little mining outpost. And I got the bamboo for one. Also this scroll and some sticky pistons and stuff like that from, you know how these temples work, so I don't really need to explain it. But I kind of just tidied it all up and everything, so if we decide to do any more here, we can do. I mean, quite honest, this would be a perfect place to put the digital miner. So we should be good, and this is my straight down mine down to level 12, because luckily we don't really need to worry too much about ore generation. So yeah, so before I continue, like I said, thank you to everyone who voted. It's very much appreciated. Oh, and if you're wondering about my armor, it's been hidden with cosmetic armor, so I like looking at my armor, so it might get mixed up, but at the moment I can actually disappear it. I can disappear it. Yeah, I can make it vanish. I'm still wearing it, as you can see, but if you look at the armor bars. But yeah, I think that's kind of cool. Now, the Paladin, thank you very much for your comments and letting me know about the official All the Mods 5 server. Not too sure if I will join it or not at the moment. Purely because it's an open server and I don't particularly want to be griefed. I don't know what sort of protection they'll have. I need to kind of look into that myself, so don't worry about it. And also the fact that I don't have as much control there as I would do my own single player server, because I would need to keep with their updates rather than mine. I know it's the official All the Mods 5 team that are hosting it, which is fantastic, but they made the decide not to update as often, because updating a server can be a pain in the backside rather than updating a server, a single player world. So yeah, I'm gonna have to have a look into it and look at it. But thank you very much for letting me know. I didn't know that they hosted their own server, official servers. So yeah, thanks very much for that. Right, so yeah, so I don't think there's that much else around here. We have had another update to the mod pack. Talking about mod packs, we have a few new mods in here. I can't quite remember them all, but one of them we do have simple storage back, so that's kind of cool. And we also have this limited chunk loader as well, so won't mind looking at that at some point, but I don't really need it at the moment. We also have silent gear, which I'm very pleased to see, because their tools are kind of cool. It's a bit like Tinker's, but not quite, because you can have stone pickaxes that can mine diamond and things like that. I did look at this on Crack Pack 3, which, talking about Crack Pack 3, I think it's dead, so don't expect any more episodes on that at the moment, at least. I don't know what's going off there whatsoever. So yeah, that'll be a good one to look into. I can't quite remember what else we've got. I really need to get into this fishing mod. There's so many things I want to do. It kind of gets a bit much. We've also got cycling now, which has some decent tools and things in it. A sharpened boomerang. Definitely need to look into that. Need to get into the nether, but I'm not in any rush to get to the nether. Oh, talking about the nether, 1.16 snapshots has been released. Let me know what you think to it. If you've seen the new nether biomes, if you have, like I say, let me know what you think to it. I think they look fairly impressive. Not too sure what I think to the new ore that's in there for the better diamond stuff. I think it's a very good idea. I just think it could do with being a bit more common, but maybe they might alter things considering the spawn rates in there. Good God, the amount of ghasts in there, and the Enderman. Wow. Yeah, I think you're going to need more than diamond protection. Yeah, you're going to have to get full diamond protection before you actually go anywhere else. Wow. Yeah, we've also got, I think this has been updated as well, the Phibius, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so we've got one or two new things. Portality. So that'd be cool to look at. That's a new mod pack, which I don't know anything about. So instead of using the map to teleport around, I can use this instead. Security craft. I don't know anything about this mod. That looks pretty cool to play with. Speedy hoppers. So, like I say, it's hard to actually remember what we've had and what we haven't before. We've got XNet as well. So I think we've got now at least 3 storage things that we can do. XNet, silent, and refined storage. Obviously, refined storage being the more complicated and bigger ones of the 3, I believe. Excuse me. So yeah, anyway, let's actually get some work done because yeah, we've kind of been messing around here a little bit. So let me just try and grab some of this. Oh yes, I made myself a sleeping bag, so we don't have to worry about that. So I'm just going to grab this little lot here. I'll bring these across as and when I need them, I think. So let's just hit the map and we'll head back home. Back home. See, like I say, the portality would be kind of cool, I think, to head back and forth to places. So let me just put this little lot in here. Dump. There we go. Because I have done a little bit more mining, because what I did originally was actually come up here and I found some caves just to see how far I would need to go. So I did some mining. So yeah, I've also made myself an enchantment table. Now when I made this, there was a mod in here that actually made this go over level 30. I think that's now being removed because, as you can see, you can only do up to level 30, not over level 30. So yeah, I think that's been removed, but that's no problem. So I made myself an enchantment table, which is kind of cool. And those of the keen eye will notice that machines have been added and machines have been moved. We will get to that as soon as it is a day, and we'll get things sorted. So what we're going to do now, so as you can see, I've moved machines. I've got my electronic separator here, the water coming all the way across, and this has been moved, and I've made myself another energized smelter for when I make steel, and this has all been tidied up, and it looks a little bit better in my mind. I probably could do a little bit better for how it would be laid out, but it's fine as it is at the moment for me. So what we're going to do, we've got us things here, but they're not feeding into anything, and we've also moved this crusher, and we've got his basic enrichment factory and the smelting factory already. So what we're going to do is actually do a little bit of crafting. Here we are. So first of all, we're going to upgrade our jetpack to what's known as an armored jetpack. So we've got some bronze, some steel, and that gives us his armored jetpack. So now if I remove that, I should be a lot better protected, and I've got flight permanently on me, because before I would lose a lot of that. So yeah, let me just put my steel chest plate in there. So the next thing that we're going to do is upgrade these basic control circuits to advanced circuits. There we go. And we can put them there and there. And then we've got this recipe here with an enrichment chamber in the middle. Let's put that there. And then there. And then we will do the exact same thing. There we go. And what this makes is a purification chamber. So what this will do is if I put that there, and it's already automatically getting oxygen. That's good. So we've got the items config. I'm surprised it hasn't got the transporter config. Is that going to be working? No. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So I've got the input on the top, but it's not going to do that. The output is to its side. We can get rid of you. Okay, so that's fine. So it's automatically being filled with oxygen, which is perfect. This is why I put this on this side. So what I want to do now, I've made these two basic tier upgrades, so we can shift click that there and shift click that on there as well, and now the oxygen will get put into there. We'll click on the auto sort. Oh, that's a new configuration. I'm not too sure what that one does. Let's have a look. Gases, here we go. So we will have an input on gases on this left hand side. There we go. That looks better. We've got the gases input there. So we're now getting that. So we also want the input on the top with the auto eject on. Input output, that's perfect. So we just need our tool here. There we are. Configure. And what should happen is that the tin, as it is at the moment, will go in very nice and slowly at the moment because I need to get some upgrades. And that should turn into clumps. Put the auto sort on the crushing factory. The clumps should turn into dirty ore. There you go, dirty tin dust, which needs to. Why aren't you doing that side? Output. I've got that the wrong way around. There we go. Output. There we go. See, there's always one. The dirty dust will then turn into normal dust. There you go, and then that can all be turned into that. But what you should notice is that you get 3. If I just turn that off for 1 second, And we'll wait. There you go. 3 tin, 3 tin, 3 tin, and that's out of 1 ore. So that's how you actually do your 3 times ore processing, which is absolutely fantastic. 1 ore, and you get 3 ingots out of it. There you go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. But as you can see, the tin is completely different to what I got before because of silent machines. And that will automatically output into this chest. So absolutely fantastic. Now, you may have noticed the other recipe in here, this here, because I didn't quite know if it would actually pull directly out of here. So what I was going to do, and I will still do just to show you, these are the pressurized tubes from a mechanism which you can actually use to actually pull gases out of certain items. So yeah, I didn't know if I would need to do a little bit of jerry rigging per se, because I was fully prepared to dig underneath those 2 blocks and put stuff there. So, but either which way, we've got pressurized tubes now. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, actually, there is one more thing that I wanted to do today, because one of the new mods is the fantastic Bonsai Pots. These things are fantastic. I'll probably only make 1 on camera, but actually I can make 2, why not? I've got enough stuff to make 2. So yeah, let me just grab a little bit of iron. So these are the normal bonsai pots. I don't know how much these things will have altered. We've got 1 chest there. Let's just get enough wood to make another chest. There we go. Perfect. And there we go. And then you just make a hopper, or 2 in this case. You combine the hopper with the bonsai pot and you get hopping bonsai pots. Now these things are actually better to use with the old storage drawers, but we don't have storage drawers in here, so I'm just going to have to use a couple of chests. I prefer to use the storage drawers, especially the ones that have the 4 slots in them, because these things can drop different items. So I can now put these guys, I can stick 1 there. I don't want them next to each other, not like that. Probably 1 there. And then these guys can go on top. Bump and bump. And then we just need a little bit of dirt. Dirt. Where's my dirt? There it is. And we'll put that there and that there. And then we'll grab some saplings. In this case, a cherry wood, just to see if they're working. And we'll go for the spruce as well. So, and then you just get the saplings, and then you can put them in there, and you can see it grows. Wow, that's actually fast. That is very fast. You can see 70-80%, and then it will drop the item in there. Now you can get a chance of a log, a stake, and a sapling in there. If I click on uses on this, maybe I can't use this in a thing. I cannot. See, this is always worth testing. I cannot actually use that in there. So, can I use these? I can actually use this. So there you go. There's the chances. Chance of 73% of a log, 20% of sticks, leaves 10%, and a sapling is 5%. So yeah, that's why I like to use the other things. Whoa, look at the growth speed on that. I think that needs to be nerfed a little bit, to my mind. But I do like bonsai pots. There you go. We've got a sapling and a log. And we've got, there we go. So pretty good. So if you make a few of these guys, you could quite easily set up a system where you could get infinite charcoal or just infinite wood or anything on your lines that you can make with these guys. So very good for a burning fuel source and things like that. Works very well with thermal expansion if you have that and you've got the steam dynamos, and you know how to make the steam dynamos into the turbine type situation. You can definitely get pretty much unlimited free energy with them. So yeah, I think that's everything I've got to do today. I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. We're going to start building something soon. I hope. Maybe. Who knows? I'll get something sorted eventually. But yeah, we've got this new area over there with this mining temple, as I'm calling it. We've now got 3 times ore processing, which will be very handy indeed. We might even start looking at some more industrial foregoing when I live. Look at that. I'm actually burning. Sorry, that's a bit silly. And we've got the bonsai pots, which will now give us unlimited wood, which is absolutely fantastic. Just need a better storage system at the moment, and we need somewhere to live. Yeah, we'll get there, honestly. I will build something eventually. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for joining me. If you did enjoy today's videos, don't forget to hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.